I'm going to be making a game I call the umbrella game, okay? And I even have umbrella here today to explain what I mean, why I call this game umbrella game. So I got this little umbrella, and it's the perfect example. It's okay if you turn towards me, okay, when I walk. It's the perfect example of the game we're gonna do. So if somebody's holding, let's say Dave is holding the umbrella like this, and I wanna grab the umbrella, it's very easy, right? Because it's just a straight line like this. Now, if he was here and he would decide to open up, I'm sorry about that, how I'm gonna grab it now? Okay, I have the strength to fold, but it's a lot harder. So basically, when you have close, it's easy. When you open up, it's harder. That makes sense, right? Okay. Now, put that on the side. We're going to do ourselves just like the umbrella. How are we gonna do this? Here, easy. If you're like this, I can grab you, I can grab you, I can make you lose your balance, right? You guys know, if the feet are together, you lose your balance very easily. If you open up, you have a good base, or if you open up forwards, you have a much better base. Now I cannot be moving you around as easily. Now, if I get close and I want to grab your head, you will need to, there you go, you're already doing it. You need to open your umbrella, right? But, how can I grab now? Much harder, correct?
Sure.
But you don't want to leave your face exposed. When it's raining and the wind is blowing, you direct towards the wind. That's the same thing we're gonna do. So protect your head. If I'm in front of you, you're going to come here. If I'm trying to go from the side, it's okay that you open your elbow a little bit as it goes. But basically you are protecting. Everybody understood that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So to start, we're gonna make a little game. You're each gonna stay in your spot, and I'm gonna walk around like I'm the ring. And when I get close to you, you're going to protect your head and not let me grab you. Make sure you have good base. Okay?
Sure.
Open your umbrella. There you go. Trying to grab you. But there is one thing. You don't open your umbrella when it's not raining, right? So if I'm over here, there's no reason for you guys to have your hands up. You only raise your hands if the rain gets close to you. There you go. There you go. Okay, okay. So, Big D and I are going to be the rain, and you guys are going to protect yourself. Keep your base, and it's okay. You don't have to stay on the same spot. If I'm shaking you, it's okay that you move and keep your balance. Okay? Mm-hmm. There you go. Move around. Open your elbow as you go. Great. Towards me. Move. Very good. Mm-hmm. Are you afraid of the rain? Okay, you go help me. You'll be the rain too. When it's raining, it's easy to defend ourselves, right? Open up. When it's really windy, what we normally like to do, hide behind something, right? It's raining, oh my God, we open up, we turn our umbrella this way. So this is what's going to happen. I will protect myself, and I will try to direct behind the wall so the wind cannot get me, okay? If I just stay here, he's free to move, right? And he'll face me again. It means I will have to protect myself again. So the moment that we get over here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up the space so I can slide through his back. I'm opening up, and over here, I lock. Not low, here, a little bit above the line of the belt. And I connect. Look how I like to go with my hands. Like this. Okay? Now, if I leave my head here hanging, he's just gonna go over and, oh no, got my hand. So what I do, I put my forehead behind the shoulder. And as he moves, I move too. So I'm keeping myself over here. Notice that I need to keep the strength of my arms controlling the hip so he doesn't have the freedom to just move around and turn, okay? I want to stay behind his back the whole time. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's do it again. Little resistance coming, okay? I'll try to get you. Stay behind. Very good, excellent. Little resistance. Try to get. Walk around. Get your leg on me. Excellent. Look at my back. Yes, lock.
Hide that big head, Charlie.
We're gonna do a little bit of the same, but you guys are gonna find a partner that are similar on your size, on your age. So you can try that, not with one of the older and bigger guys, but with somebody more similar to your age. We're gonna put about a minute or so, and just one person goes will be to grab the head. Remember, you're not doing what we would recommend you to do. Go after the head. We're focusing on the defense. We don't want your head to be grabbed. That's why you protect here, here, here. You basically you can see as putting your head on a cage to be protected. Or even imagine if you're having horns on your head where you can protect yourself against somebody who is approaching you. You're keeping your head safe so you can position where you're not in danger, which will be on the person's back. Okay?
Sir.
All right, so let's grab a partner and we will make sure it's a good pick. So just grab somebody next to you and try to find who.
George.
Very good, very good. Once we have somebody's back, we need to keep ourselves safe, right? We don't want to be here on the side where the person can hit us or just turn and grab us. We're keeping our base a little bit low, okay? It's okay to have your leg in the middle, but you don't leave it there the whole time. The person is moving, you also move. So you go from outside to the inside. And sometimes you get out of the way. When you get out of the way, it could be your opportunity to put the person down. But we're not gonna work any takedowns now. What we're gonna work is to direct the person towards a wall. So if we are over here and the person is trying to grab, I'm going to be making tiny steps like this, just like when you shoot for a double leg, similar. So you don't want to do that. Whenever you cross your legs, you're out of balance. But you want to make it that way. You're pushing the person in the direction you want. Once you're able to reach the wall, now that person has a concern. That person needs to stop the wall. Otherwise, it's going to be like this on the wall. Nobody wants that. So when you do that, they're going to be stopping the wall. So if that's the concern of the person, she's no longer concerned about grabbing your head or elbowing you. Make sense?
Sir.
We're gonna do over there once we do it. So once you get over here, you're pushing on that direction. And now you're leaning on top of the person and staying safe until it stops to rain, until somebody breaks you apart. Okay?
Sir.
All right. So let's see. Come on that direction. Let's put ourselves over here. And I want to see. Make it 2 lines here, please. Can they do with us a little bit?
Yes.
So let's
2 lines.
start the line from here. There you go. Let's do half and okay. So you're gonna try to push me against the wall.
Before these 2 lines.
I'm not gonna let you. You ready? Ready? Protect the head first. Open the umbrella. Yes. Now hold. I'm gonna try to get it forward. Yes. Now start to push me into.
Push him into the crash pad, Isaac. Keep pushing.
Keep pushing.
Push me. Skip it.
Keep him against the crash pad.
Good job.
Do I go in the back now?
Yes, please. Get you off.
Oh, hey, what'd you do that for? Let me go. Let me go. Go. Oh.
So, learning, understanding, and thinking with the self-defense mind, it doesn't mean that you have to fight somebody. You might end up seeing yourself in a situation where you use self-defense to avoid a fight, to protect somebody. That doesn't mean hurting or hitting anybody. I say to my students this: if you are in a situation where you feel that somebody might want to hurt you, or let's say you're in a big crowd and you hear there start to be a fight or maybe something weird over here, instead of being curious about it and going, oh, let me see, fight, I love to watch a fight, we watch it on TV, let me go see what it is. That would be your worst decision. When something like this happens, instead of going towards to check, I'm just gonna look. No, if you go away from it, that's self-defense. You're being smart about without even fighting. So avoiding a situation, that goes, same thing with conflict. The more experience you guys get, somebody tries to pick a fight with you, you're like, I know what I could do, but I don't need to prove. This guy needs to prove something. So, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do anything. Don't give your back and be like, I'm sorry, really, I was an accident, whatever, and get out. That's self-defense. You're avoiding any problems. Now, I'm gonna tell a situation that happened to me where I used self-defense and I had nothing to do. Somebody asked my help, a random person I didn't know, and was like, please help me. And I'm like, oh my God, it's not my problem, but let me see what I can do. There was a discussion, two people, and they were about to have a conflict. They were probably going to start to fight, exchange punches and everything. And there was a kid, a younger person next to it who was afraid because they didn't want to see, maybe it was his bigger brother getting in a fight. And he was like, please help. What am I gonna do? I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna punch somebody. I'm not gonna choose a side. I don't know who is wrong. Maybe they're both wrong. So I decided to do very similar to what we did here. I went towards the more aggressive person that was facing somebody there. I grabbed him, I pushed him against the wall, and I kept him, myself safe, and him busy over here while they went away. And I was even luckier because there was kind of like a fence over here. It was a stronger person than me. And I used the fence to grab. So I had the perfect grip. And I was even luckier that the person's arm got trapped like this. So he was against the wall. I had the fence. I was protected and I was like here. So they went away. But what about me now? I don't know if this guy's gonna be angry at me. You know what I did? I ran away too. And I kept myself safe, but I did help. And I didn't fight. So I was very happy that I was able to use the technique I learned without hurting anybody. I avoid a fight, and everybody was perfect self-defense. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay. Now. Now, we're gonna do the same ideas that we did standing up. We're gonna transfer that to the ground, and we're gonna apply that when you are already in a situation you find yourself on the ground. First thing you need to understand is why we have worked so much on keeping our head safe. Your body only goes where the head points. I cannot turn this way if my head is pointing that way. The head goes and the body goes. You don't do this and walk. You turn and you walk. So keeping your head safe is crucial. That's why when somebody wants to grab my head, if he succeeds, how am I gonna get out? I'm not going this way. I'm basically going where he wants. So if he wants to lead me to the ground, I'll probably will fall. That's why it's so important that even if he does grab, but my hand is inside, I'm able to kind of free and move myself out. Okay? So let's translate that to the ground, and now I want you guys to make a circle, okay? So I can explain here in the middle. I'll start very simple. I do on both directions so everybody gets to see. I'll start just here. My legs are crossing, or maybe they're like this. And I'm gonna imagine somebody's gonna come and try to do the same, hug my head. If I don't do anything, he will lead me, and I will probably end up on a headlock over here, which is never comfortable. So what I'm going to do is, at that moment, the person is coming towards my head, I will do the same. I will protect. So as he's trying to drive me, maybe put my back on the ground, maybe drive me to the side, I'm going to open up the space, free my head, and glue on his back. That's all it's going to be. So do with that arm, so I'm keeping. He's kind of leading me on that direction. I'm opening up. Now my head is free, and now we'll glue on his back. Similar game we're doing is standing up. Can you do from here now? But now we're sitting over here. The person in front of us, it's like that. So you keep it safe, you open, you keep it open. Don't leave it out without gluing right away. Okay? Any questions? Tell me, please.
What happens when you like fall and what happens when you fall and you don't like?
You don't have your hands free?
Yeah.
What happens? Okay. You get stuck over there because if you don't protect your head and you find yourself over here, now remember, if my head doesn't go, how I'm going to escape, okay? There are things you can learn later what to do if that happens. But for now, we want to prevent that. And to prevent that, we're keeping our head safe. So if he tries to get here, I'm opening up, and then you won't have to deal with that yet. Okay, so for the moment, make sure always protect your head.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so stay where you are. We're gonna go around. And okay, I'm gonna start from here, and so do you. And what we're gonna do is, after both of us do control, we go so everybody's gonna go with us. Okay? I think we can go a little bit and they get you from body type too. Come on, and then by the time you get in the end, put yourself there and let the small ones go in your chest. Protect your head. Open up your elbows.
Grab his back.
On my back. Side, because that one I haven't made the stitches yet,
Oh.
so I'm gonna do it later. You like it?
Yeah.
Cool. You wanna hold it?
Yeah.
It's cool, right?
It's like a soft bill.
It's soft, right? So I can make a good noise when I do it. You ready to protect your head?
Yeah.
Okay, do it. Very good. Ready, Agit? Yes. Try my back now. Towards your back. Very good. Come on. Yes.
Whole arm to your back.
We're gonna keep working on the ground a little bit. Now we're gonna imagine the situation. Should we make a circle or everybody make it? Yeah, let's make a circle. Let's make a circle. Let's imagine the situation now where you fall on your back, not on your side that you can go. So if the person pushes you, maybe on your shoulder, maybe coming forward, and you fall over here, it might happen that you have your hooks inside, or that you fall in your close one. What you don't want on that situation is distance. When there's distance, that person might come towards your head, it might come just like you were showing, maybe in the form of a punch, but it's hard for the person to punch you when it's closed. Try to use that hand to punch me. Try to hug my head. Not possible because I'm keeping over here. Let's imagine this person has distance. This is what I want to do right away, to close that distance, to make it closer, to make ourselves close to each other. So even if I have to open up and hug that person and now push it back towards me. And now I want to keep the head. Remember, the head, for him to posture, the head has to go. That goes the same way. If I control his head, try to posture, much harder. Now he might want to push the ground with his hands. That's when I'm going to keep it to me. So I'm basically hugging him, not like that or that, but I'm doing 1, 2, and keep him tight. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Try to posture, much harder. If he does have strength to posture, I go with him and connect. I don't want that distance. Okay? Because if there is enough distance, he's going to swing his arm and he has the posture again. So for right now, we're just going to work on closing this gap and keep it closed, not allowing him to posture. Keep the head, keep the arm. If he does push, go up, I follow. And I use my legs to bring it back and keep it connect. That's going to be the first part of this new drill we're going to do.
I know what's that called. It's called guard.
It's called guard, exactly. Close guard in this case because I have my legs wrapped around his waist. Waist.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay. Now, partner up. Again, you can go with your initial partners and just do the same drill.
Can the little kids go in the big kids?
A little bit later, but yes, but a little bit later. Because now, if you go with a bigger kid, it's going to be a little bit harder to close your legs. And we want you to be able to close the legs. Okay? One, two. Control the head and control the arm. Now notice one thing, if you just stay flat on your back, that person will have first the possibility of pushing the ground like we saw to posture up. Also, you control one arm, you control the head, but that hand is fairly free to be able to touch your head. And you don't want that. You want to keep your head safe always, remember? So what we're going to do now, we're going to open up our guard, escape the hip to the side of the arm that you trap. So basically you're going away from the hand that can touch you. That one, try to touch my head, it's trapped. That one can touch, so I want to go away from that hand. When I do this, I will keep the leg up, switch, and control their arm. And now, this arm is under here, trapped, and their arm, try to touch my head now, it's protected. But notice how I am sideways now. I'm not flat on my back, I'm escaping to the side.
It's like tripping.
It's like stripping, exactly. The same thing when they come to our head and we protect, and I'm going to the side to free here. Except that now they are inside our guard. So I'm gonna go to the side and away from the hand that can touch me. That hand can touch me, I'm going away from it. And I'm now blocking, switching. That one is already here, trapped, and that one is here. Okay? Just remember, you are going away from the hand that is free to touch your head. Okay? If anybody have questions, let me know and we will go from there.
What
Tell me.
happens when your head is above the other head?
It's wearing
Like above the other head?
When you get like here,
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
Okay, if the head is far, then you are safe because you move away from it. And you just keep your legs locked and heavy on the back.
Oh,
And then you're safe.
okay.
Okay? All right. Let's go. Grab your partners. 1, 2. Like a half circle, a little bit more to the front.
You sit right here.
Okay, listen up. Now we're gonna play my favorite game. I love that one. Basically, the person on top is gonna try to tickle the person on bottom.
Oh.
And there's no limit for it. You're gonna have to defend yourself.
Oh, that's short.
So, if you're in the bottom, you have to make sure those hands are not gonna reach your neck. Okay? So the moment that I'm trying, you're gonna do all these techniques. And I'm gonna try to move it away and try to tickle, make distance, come, and go. Okay?
yeah.
That's it. That's the rule. You're trying to tickle the person and you're keeping your head safe. Basically, your neck, that's where we're usually more ticklish. The ziplings, is that how I say it? Ziplings are allowed to be a little bit more mean to each other. Because I know you probably are. But be safe. Don't raise, don't hit too much there. Yeah. Okay? But everybody else, no. Just tickling. We also gonna put time. So you're gonna have to be able to protect your neck for about a minute. And then we switch.
Maybe it's 60 seconds.
It is. There you go. Excellent.
Good news.
Okay, ready? Go. We're going to spar a little bit. I will roll a little bit with everyone. Because we're too many, it won't be a lot of minutes, but at least a couple minutes with each of you, okay? And you guys can roll with each other as well at the same time, or?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, maybe we can do like that, so. you know,
Some of
just-
them, yeah, some of them. Some
Yeah,
will just watch
however.
and so, yeah.
Okay, so put them
Yeah.
on the wall.
Yeah,
please.
everybody to the wall.